Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city. But now we're going to take you into your own market for real stories of real neighborhoods through real professionals. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Let's start The American Dream right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
Thunderbirds, check! 3, 2.
Welcome to American Dream TV Las Vegas. I'm your host, Kirsten Marcos, and today we have the rare opportunity to go behind the scenes with the Thunderbirds, the U.S. Air Force's Air Demonstration Squadron. We're here at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, the home of the amazing Thunderbirds. And with me is their fearless leader, Commander Leader, Lieutenant Colonel Justin Elliott. Boss, thanks so much for having us today.
Thank you very much for being here, Kirsten. It's an honor.
It is my honor. What a show that was.
Well, thank you.
That was amazing. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But first, I'm just curious about your background and what it is that has led you. How'd you end up commanding the Thunderbirds?
It's a long journey. We, nobody on this team is young. The Thunderbirds assignment, generally speaking, is something you do later in your Air Force career after you've had some combat experience. For me personally, I was ROTC at Yale University. I was a mechanical engineer, and then I went on to do some master's programs in engineering as well. I joined the Air Force right away in 2005. Flew F-15Es, that's our Strike Eagle. It's a air-to-ground and air-to-air fighter jet. Flew a bunch of combat missions in that airplane and over Afghanistan. And then I went to fighter weapons school for the Air Force, which is our version of Top Gun. It's just about 6 months long instead of 6 weeks for the Navy. After doing a little bit of instruction as a fighter weapons school graduate, I went on to test pilot school and I became an experimental test pilot for the Air Force. And then once I graduated from command here, I was eligible to apply for command of the Thunderbirds, which I picked up about a year and a half ago now.
This is a really special year, the 70th anniversary of the Thunderbirds. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. And it really, for me and for my team this year, we are really trying to focus on that history, given that we are on a decade-level anniversary with our 70th year. Focusing on that history means understanding where this team came from and what its roots really are. And a lot of it can be unlocked by just looking at the paint scheme on the aircraft itself. The Blue Angels were founded in '46, and their purpose was to recruit for the U.S. Navy. That's why they're blue and gold. That's why they have U.S. Navy across the bottom in giant letters. They were afraid of losing the Navy's air wing to the U.S. Air Force, which was about to be founded the very next year in '47. So their history is important to them. But that's not what this team is about. This team was designed in '53 to connect the American population to its military, which is why the scheme has always been throughout history red, white, and blue themed. It's been an America-themed scheme, and it was because we were trying to connect the American population to its military with the rise of the jet age. People trusted propellers. They didn't believe in jets. Jets were weird. They were new. We didn't know if these things were going to work, and so we created this demonstration team to show the American population a few things. One, jets work. Two, look at what we're capable of doing with them. And three, look at how much being your Air Force means to us. And so when you look at the scheme, it is very much themed America theme, and it's been that way throughout all of our Thunderbird history.
So tell me about your motto, Blind Trust, and the significance of that.
It is everything to us. Blind trust is our motto because it speaks to a sense of integrity, to a sense of trust that is required to fly this demonstration. Everything about this team is about that blind trust mentality of absolute integrity and faith that everyone's going to do their jobs. We progress as a team, not as individuals, but as a team, and any deviation from that, historically speaking, has had pretty catastrophic results. That's why it's so important to us.
And what you're describing is not just leaving a legacy, it's living a legacy.
Yes.
So happy to have had an introduction kind of behind the scenes to the legacy that is the ongoing legacy of the Thunderbirds. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man, for yours.
huge thank you to the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds today for allowing us to come alongside them. I'm Kirsten Marcos for American Dream TV.
Today, we are going to go beyond the Las Vegas desert and the glitz and glamour and take you to the northwest part of the valley and the snowdrift mountains of Mount Charleston and Lee Canyon Ski Resort. Las Vegas has so much more to offer than just the Strip. The northwest part of the valley is growing with development all the way to Kyle Canyon Road. Lifestyle living out here is unique and only a 20-minute drive from the mountains, the snow, and lots of hiking trails. Hi, welcome to American Dream TV. I'm Candy Marshall, your TV host and realtor with Simply Vegas. So come on, let's go for a ride as we visit Lee Canyon Ski Resort and the new developing master plan community of Sunstone and one of their developers, Trilogy. You won't want to miss this. Okay, everybody, this is Jim Seeley. He is the marketing director for Lee Canyon Ski Resort, and he's going to tell us about Lee Canyon. So, Jim, thank you for having us out here today and taking up your time to share with us. So, tell us about Lee Canyon, the history. Tell us about it.
My pleasure. Actually, skiing in Las Vegas isn't something you normally think about, but we've actually been here for about 60 years or so. So we're going through our 60th anniversary planning right now. For next season, we're really excited about that. So, for being here for 60 years, we are like a unique facet of Las Vegas.
How many visitors frequent up here? Do you guys have an estimation? I know the weekends are really busy.
So, the weekends can get busy, but if we look at throughout the entire year, including our summertime activities, we're looking at more than 100,000 visitors a year.
Wow! When it's not snowing up here in Lee Canyon, what are some of the other festivities? Because I know there's off-season events that happen up here, right?
It's really difficult to talk about summertime when you see the slopes like this. However, we do have summertime operations.
Okay.
So that includes mountain biking. It also includes really fun events for kids. So we do have simple archery set up. Like sometimes there's horseshoes on the patio here. We also have a disc golf course, which you'll actually take a scenic chair ride up, and then the disc golf course kind of like winds through the trees and everything coming down.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then obviously scenic chair rides, for everyone to come up, to the top of our chairlift and see the views from up there.
Well, we just might have to make a trip back here in the summertime.
Of course.
All right, thanks, Jim. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the visit to Lee Canyon Ski Resort. We are now here at Trilogy in the Sunstone Master Plan Development in the Northwest. And we're gonna meet Katie Everett. She is the Regional Sales Manager for Shea Homes at Trilogy. So come on in, let's meet Katie, and she's gonna tell us about this wonderful community in Sunstone. Katie, tell us all about Sunstone.
Oh, Sunstone is Las Vegas' newest master plan community. It's a partnership between Shea Homes, Lennar, and Woodside Homes, and it will be 3,400 homes in this valley when it's complete.
That's pretty big.
It's big and it's beautiful. There's scenery all around us. We do have a gate, yes, we sure do, 24 hours a day, and everything's open right now and here for your enjoyment.
Katie, thank you so much for having us out here today and sharing with our viewers all about Trilogy. This is a really amazing community. Totally impressive. Just knocked my socks off.
We had fun today, didn't we?
We really did. Thank you, Katie. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you for taking the time to do this. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. American Dream TV brings you amazing stories about lifestyle, culture, and real estate. We hope you enjoyed today's segment, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Candy Marshall, Realtor with Simply Vegas, and your TV host for American Dream TV.
Kirsten Marcos, lifestyle and real estate expert and host on American Dream TV. And what's more American than baseball? I'm here out in the suburbs in downtown Summerlin, and today we've got a treat in store for you. We're going to see the state-of-the-art stadium used by the Aviators, our professional baseball team here, and a AAA affiliate of Oakland Athletics. We're also going to meet the president of the Aviators and get a VIP tour throughout the stadium. So let's go. Wow, what a view. This is the best seat in the house. I'm here with Don Logan, President and COO of the Aviators. Thank you so much for having me, Don.
My pleasure.
It's awesome.
My pleasure.
So tell us a little about you, your enthusiasm for sports all around, and certainly baseball and your experience. How did that all lead you to the position you're in now?
You know, sports was always a big part of my life. That's all I really cared about. Whatever season we were in, that's the season I was playing. Baseball kind of gravitated toward the top.
That's awesome. And we built the stadium in 2019, right? And that's the same time where we changed over from the 51s to the Aviators?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah, and we changed from the Mets to the A's. So yeah, a lot of change in 19.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Wow, what an awesome locker room.
It is second to none. There's nobody in minor league baseball that has this. Most major league stadiums don't have something like this. It is really nice.
Absolutely. Well,
and nobody has that much bourbon in the corner.
How many games do they have in a season? Because there's quite a few, right?
Yeah, we play 75 home games, 75 on the road. So we've actually played 63 home games. We got 12 coming up, and that'll be a wrap for this season. It's pretty amazing.
And what do you do to celebrate the end of the season?
Go to get a nap. That's up. You got game.
Well, we know minor league baseball is all about families, all about community, and you guys do so many events above and beyond the Aviators games. You've mentioned a few before, but tell us about a few of them.
Well, we're really focused on Little League baseball, boys and girls, trying to get as many kids out here as possible, grow the game. That's incumbent on anybody in baseball to do that. And then beyond that is just to be a good community partner. We're here, anytime a charity wants something, we're ready, willing, and able to jump in and help if we can.
Oh, that's awesome. Your organization is definitely a pillar in this community, and we look forward to having you here for many years to come.
We plan on it. And thank you for coming by.
We're here at Frankie's Uptown Neighborhood Bar, right across from the stadium. Frankie's is an official sponsor of the Aviators, and did you know, if you bring them your ticket, anytime during game day, you get a free beer. So we're here with Frankie Lee, owner of Frankie's Uptown, and a 30-year resident here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant and the Italian influences on the food that you make here.
Absolutely. So my wife, Christine, and I decided that in Las Vegas, we didn't have a local bar. The stadium was in progress being built, so we created a brand, which was a whiskey bar, which was going to be a local neighborhood bar. With Italian-themed food, that seemed like a no-brainer because that's kind of what we grew up. That was our wheelhouse. And so we became the sponsor, the official pregame and postgame bar for the stadium.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of American Dream TV, Selling Las Vegas. I'm Kirsten Marcos, your host, and I'll see you next time.
Las Vegas is home to the National Finals Rodeo, There's about 600 rodeos nationwide that culminate to the final event here in Las Vegas. The National Finals Rodeo is the Super Bowl of rodeos. It is a 10-day event, brings in about 170,000 visitors, 350 exhibitors, conventions, concerts, and tons of rodeo festivities. Today, we are at the South Point Casino, one of the sponsors of the National Finals Rodeo, and we are going to check out one of the exhibits and see what they might have going on during the rodeo. I'm Candy Marshall, realtor with Simply Vegas, and your TV host for American Dream TV. So let's go check out the exhibits and see what we can find. Come on. This stuff is so amazing. So these are the side rodeo events that go on during NFR during the day. Here they're doing some team roping. Look who I have run into. This is Judy Wagner. Judy, tell us about what you do, because this is big.
Well, I'm so excited. I walked by and saw you here, and I'm just excited to share with you and the world's largest belt buckle. And Montana Silversmith actually is going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary in 2023. But it's not just this buckle. You see, every buckle has a story, and we're here to give the champions who win the world here at the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association on Saturday night their gold buckles. That buckle tells everything about who they are and what they do. And it's a hard thing to win a go-round buckle.
Yeah.
So that is such an honor there. And what's really special about that award show is that they bring their family up there. They tell the story of how they got there, the backstory. So they will do it each night, the 10 nights of the rodeo, as they march their way to get the world champion.
Incredible.
And that's the beauty of this industry. That's the beauty of this lifestyle, is the family association. And that's what you're sensing and feeling here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so glad I ran into
you too, Judy. Thank you.
Every buckle has a story. We hope you find yours.
We are off today, and we're going to visit the B-Bar J Ranch. Gail Powers, she has a horse boarding facility. We're gonna go visit Gail, check out her place, and meet some of the NFR horses. This ain't my first rodeo, and I guarantee you, it ain't Gail Powers' first rodeo either. Hi, Gail. Great
Candy,
to see
how are you? Nice to see you again.
I miss this place.
No, I'm glad. We miss you. We do. We miss you.
So hey, this is Gail Powers with B-Bar J Ranch. Anybody that's in the horse community out here, this is a big name.
It's a big time of year in Las Vegas right now with the NFR in town. And because so many horses are coming in for all these extra events, there's no way that the people can provide enough stalling for all of the horses that are coming in. With my facility, which is a little over 4 acres, I'm housing over 80 head of horses in 2 weeks.
That is amazing.
And that's in addition to the 30 head that I have here on a regular basis year round.
Right,
So
right.
We're pretty busy right now.
Yes, you are.
Pretty busy.
Well, Gail, how about you give us a tour?
Oh, please, come on out. What you see here, all these small 12 by 12 stalls are all temporary pens that we've set up for NFR horses. The stalls that you see that are a little bit larger stalls, these are all my permanent stalls for all my boarders. And I have boarders year round. I've actually been in business right here, will be 45 years, March 1st next year. These all started out being temporary stalls for my boarders, and it got to be so popular that I turned all these into permanent stalls.
So, Gail, tell us about all the work that you've done with the county commission and the boarding of horses.
Yes, that was an interesting scenario. Years ago, when I first started doing this, we were allowed to have horses on the property, but to get a business license, we had to have a variance because it was, quote, a commercial operation in a residential area. So myself and 4 other professionals that were here in town got together with the county zoning department, and we started working together on rewriting the residential boarding stable ordinance the way it is today. Now we are on a permanent business license, but the most important thing it allowed us to have enough numbers of horses on the properties to be able to make a living at what we do, and I was the go-between between the horse people of Clark County and the county commission and the zoning department.
Well, gosh, Gail, this is just amazing. I love the horse community, and the horse people are my people, and I love it. So thank you, Gail.
You bet. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
excited about our food adventures today, Gino. I mean, Capo's right off the strip. I've heard all about this from you.
That's right. Well, Rube told me all about it, brought me here. We had a wonderful dinner. So I know that if I brought you here, you'd have a great experience too.
All right, so let's dive in.
Let's go.
Capo's it is.
Hey, what's happening, guys? What's the password? You gotta have a password to get in this place.
Baba?
Baba? You got it. All right, come in.
All right. Oh, this is like traditional speakeasy, little mafia place.
Hey, welcome to Capo's, guys. My name is Fran. I'll be taking care of you. What are you drinking?
I like this place already.
Hey, come on.
How you doing?
How you doing? Yeah, you know.
Well, I'll have a tiramisu martini.
Let's do it.
And I hear you guys have a great Manhattan.
The best, come on.
All right. Well, Gino, as you said, this is a traditional speakeasy. I love the mafia theme. And of course, we brought the Sandman himself, Fran,
Yes, sir.
one of the managers here, to kind of tell us a little bit more about the story of Capo's.
Well, you know, Capo's is a very authentic Italian, Chicago Italian, I want to say. You know, they've had the same menu for almost 20 years. They have rooms and suites for big private parties. You know, we have private rooms that people have been coming here for years and they still don't even know about.
That's
you know
perfect.
what I mean?
You need those rooms when you're a mob place.
Yeah, you
Right?
know. Nico's a man of mystery, you know. He does a lot of things, but you know what? He treats us all like family here. We're all family. We've been all here a long time, you know. I'm one of the managers, there's 2 others. They've been in here even longer than me. I've been here 11 years, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
So you
know
started
what I mean?
when you were like 10?
15, you know. You know, the 2 brothers, Dominic was managing the place for a long time. He's gonna be retiring soon, so but he still has a very large presence in here, and Nico's here every night.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Dominic's is the one that plays the piano and sings and does
Dominic
all that?
sings. He sings. Yeah, he sometimes sings. Usually he was our general manager before. He's taken a lesser role now since he is going to be retiring. But they're both here every night still. You know, they say they're.
Why wouldn't you be, right?
Yeah, this is a fun place. You know, this is a celebrity hideout.
nice.
It's a celebrity hideout.
Well, that's one of the reasons we came here, is to be off the beaten path. You know, everybody goes to these places when you're in Vegas and they say, oh, you gotta go to this place and the latest, fanciest, newest, and I'm like, no, I got the spot.
Well, like you said, you've been here before, and that's our goal with Food Adventures, is to find these off-beaten places that people really need to know about. In fact, speaking of knowing about these recipes, I mean, these are like Al Capone's like old recipes.
Oh yeah, well we can't talk much about the recipes, but they are very, very old. We actually Nico owns the rights to Al Capone's family secret recipe, the red sauce. Okay, so that's the red sauce, come on.
See, if I heard that every time, you know, I'd still have a dime.
We tell people, but you know, some people try to pry the recipe out of us, but we just throw them in the meat locker.
There you go.
Well, you guys have great food. Of course, we can't wait to try the food. You have the famous meatballs.
World famous meatballs.
Now, there's also a challenge. You said they're the best meatballs and you'll challenge somebody.
They're we'll put our meatballs against anybody's. You know, we've had people come in and, you know, they just are blown away, not just by the size, but by the flavor of it. You know, they're nicely textured. And when you see them, you're gonna fall in love.
Well, you're gonna fall in love when you walk through the place. One, I love the decor, I love the mystery, I love the smell. You come in here and it smells like Mama's kitchen.
Well, they've been doing the same thing for 20 years. You know, we kind of perfected it. Yeah. People say, "What's the busiest night?" Every night.
I like that.
We had people trying to make reservations 2 weeks in advance, and they couldn't get in.
Well, and that speaks to the history of the place and to its reputation, because you're able to be here for 20 years and still have people coming back over and over again.
All right, well, thank you, Fran, for telling us a little bit about the story. Thank you for setting up these wonderful cocktails and being so hospitable. We're looking at the food, and we cannot wait. We're gonna have to take a back booth so nobody's behind us.
There you go.
Old school, right?
That's right. And you're gonna show us where the back door is?
I'll show you be careful, you might go in the meat locker. Well, guys, what you got in front of you here, we got our world famous meatballs here. Now, they are half a pound each, all right? They do come with our spicy pepper sugo sauce. Right over here, we do have the Vinny's a la vodka with our, with the vodka sauce. Sun-dried tomatoes, come on. We got the carbonara over here. Now this is fried ravioli with our homemade pink sauce, okay? And we also got our lasagna, like you said, the tower of lasagna over here.
Amazing.
We do have our fried calamari, okay? And it does come with the Capone's family sauce as well.
So that's the Capone sauce?
This is the the red sauce. You see red sauce, that's the Capone.
See, I knew I had to name drop at some point. Cheers to you,
Manja, guys, manja.
Manja. Thanks,
Enjoy.
buddy. Cheers. We're diving in. Look at this, Gino. This is ridiculous. Now we get to finally dig in. I'm going to meatballs, Gino. Sorry.
Well, you know I want to start with this, but I think I'm going to go traditional and reach out with the meatballs myself, put a little bit of that red sauce on it.
Legit. Absolutely legit, especially the sauce.
It's your
One
favorite.
of my favorite things in the world is a good vodka sauce.
You have to.
Al Capone's red sauce right here. And look at that.
That's beautiful.
Well, I have to say, this is legit. This is so good. This is traditional Italian, and it is as good as they said it is, and you have to come try this.
Absolutely, Don, and it's a bummer that Nico couldn't be here, but he's out promoting their new movie, Sarghetto, and we'll see him next time.
Yeah, we're going to have to come visit
We
Nico
traded
next
places.
time.
He's in LA, and we're here at his house.
That's right. All right, so we're going to keep chowing down on some of the best food we've ever had. This is great stuff, but we have another little stop before we close up the show.
We promised you one last stop, and we promised you a lot of fun today, so we hope you had a great time. We're on the high roller right now, and the views behind us are absolutely stunning.
I mean, come on, it's Vegas. How much can we show you? We showed you a lot. Hopefully you learned a lot, had some fun, enjoyed some great food, some speakeasies, and thank you for being part of our ride through Vegas.
All right, we'll see you next time on American Dream TV.
Woohoo!
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream. People ask the question, is the American dream dead? Well, the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. We bring you a show of real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. We're the Davids going up against the Goliaths. I'm sure you'll recognize some of the guests on our show.
It is about how can I make a difference?
Every obstacle can have opportunities.
Passive relationships are passive income.
Community, connection.
No matter what, just get started.
Just get started, and the only way to do it is to do it.
You just need to get in the game and start understanding it.